the first movie I saw is another Shudder original, which I've honestly been watching a lot. I think Shudder's been creating some really good and interesting low-budget horror movies. They're kind of turning into like the Blumhouse of streaming horror in a way.
Blumhouse now has 3 new.
That is true with Amazon Prime, but from what I've heard, those have been middling to lesser. This movie is called Scare Me, and it follows
title sucks so bad.
It's a really bad title. I won't deny that. Their titles aren't great. Whatever. It follows mainly 2 people, Josh Ruben and Aya Cash, who you may know as Stormfront in season 2 of The Boys. Who I was really excited to see, and they are both horror writers. Josh Ruben Josh Ruben also writer and director of the movie. He goes up to a cabin in the woods to get some time alone to write a new horror book. And while he's out on a run, he runs into Aya Cash, who you could probably think of as like a Stephen King in this world. A really well-known horror writer. Later in the movie, she is referred to as like the best horror author. And they get together one night after running into each other on a walk, and they get together at Josh's cabin, and they start telling each other horror stories. Mm-hmm. And that is essentially the movie. Now, the way it's depicted is, imagine you and me were sitting in a cabin, and I was telling you horror stories, but there is Foley and very minor effects to make the story seem more real. It's really cool. I haven't seen anything like it before. I think this is one of those movies that could so easily be tweaked just very minimally and be done as like a stage play, and I think it'd be really cool.
That sounds genuinely. I would love to see that as a stage play with that kind of sound design for it.
Yes, it's a little bit over 100 minutes. I think it is super solid, except for like a 15-minute chunk, right around like 2/3 of the way through, where it kind of falls into its own theatrics a little too much for my taste. And I was really concerned that the rest of the movie would be like that, but it is able to pull itself out of that ditch. Overall, I think it's a really fun movie. It's a unique story structure that I haven't really seen before, and maybe it's just because I just finished season 2 of The Boys, but seeing Aya Cash in something was really fun to like revisit her performances.
The episode is dead! And now, you'll be haunted forever if you don't do one of 3 spooky options!
You can either watch more weekly mini-episodes, or clips from the monthly show.
Those aren't boxes, they're coffins! And the circle... the circle is... a bat? Taking a nap. Click it and subscribe, I guess.